it is, your favorite.
Can I keep it?
Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Giulia, I'm a color analyst and today I'm here to analyze the colors of my beautiful friend Paola.
Hi, thank you for having me, Giulia.
Of course, Paola, thank you so much for being here today. So guys, today we're going to discover Paola's personal color palette. Are you ready?
Super excited and ready.
Perfect. Let's start then. So guys, first thing is to cover the client's hair because we really want to focus on the undertone of the skin. The skin is always the most important part in color analysis. And now we need to understand the undertone of Paola. Okay, so in order to see if Paola works better with cool blue-based colors or warm yellow-based colors, we need to compare a cool and a warm color each time. So Paola, let's start with these two reds. So this red is yellow-based and warm, while this one is blue-based and cool. So it's a tomato red versus a raspberry, more of a berry sort of red. Let's see what happens to your face when we go from warm to cool. Let's have a look. Okay, I believe you saw a difference.
Yeah.
Here I can see that you look yellower with this warm color. Why? This is completely normal. Warm colors have a yellow base,
Okay.
so they project a yellow light on us. So everyone looks yellower with the warm color.
Okay.
But some people look yellower in terms of they have a gold tan,
Okay.
while other people can look a bit sallow yellow, okay, with the warm color. So let's see what happens when we remove the yellow component and we go to the cool. What do you think? Do you have a preference right now?
Yeah,
I do have one.
I prefer the light on my skin with these.
With this, yes, I totally agree. Okay, I'm very glad that you saw exactly what I saw. Okay, so the cool color is working better compared to the warm one. Now, Paola, let's analyze these two lighter colors. We have a cool pink, which is blue-based, and then we have a salmon version of pink, so a warm color.
Okay.
So we go from cool or warm. Okay, I'm very glad that you can see it.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I know. So here, what's happening? This yellow reflection, once again, from this color is making everything look very, very flat. Can you see that you're becoming the same color as the
Esatto.
drape?
Yeah.
Crazy. Amazing. While here, when we go from warm to cool, oh, this is you. This is my friend Paola, very nice, beautiful, clean, perfect, natural. Okay.
Yeah.
While here, we can have the impression that you look a bit more tired, okay? Because the undertone of this color doesn't match with the undertone of your colors. Okay, so cool it is. Okay. Two darker colors. We have brown, a warm dark brown for the warm side, and navy blue for the cool side. I have to say something here. With this brown, we can still see a sort of match because, Paola, on the surface, you can look warm. Because of the brown eyes, the brown hair that we know you have, but that we can still perceive thanks to your eyebrows, for example. Also, the overtone of your skin is quite warm. You don't have a pinkish skin. You have more of a yellow olive skin. Okay, so once again, on the surface, you can look warm. So to a certain extent, we can see that something matches here, but it's a very superficial match. When we swap from warm to cool, we can find out the truth. That you're not warm, absolutely not. You're cool in undertone. So guys, be careful. If you have olive, yellowish, warm skin, if you have brown eyes, brown hair, doesn't mean that your undertone is warm, okay? Paola is a beautiful example of this. Another thing that I want to add is that the difference between these two is definitely visible, but it's not as big as it was with the salmon and the pink. Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. I agree.
So who knows? Maybe there's something about this color that is not too bad for
Okay.
some reason. We don't know yet. Now, two whites. This first white is a warm one. Okay, warm with a touch of yellow in it. And here we have a cool, pure, vivid white. Once again, from warm to cool, sharper, more defined. Your eyes get this very beautiful white color, okay? The sclera of your eyes is very, very white, and it looks very, very clean next to another pure, neutral, cool white. While when we use colors such as cream, ivory, champagne, we can have the impression that even the sclera of your eyes looks a touch yellower. Therefore, you can look a bit more tired. Okay. Now, these two colors represent silver, cool, or gold, warm. No. Okay, so Paola, so far we had a big preference for the cool colors. Okay, so now we compare two warm colors, rust and gold, versus two cool colors, electric blue and silver. What a difference.
Yes.
So your face completely brightens up. Your colors look very clean, very clear, and very natural, most of all. While here we have the impression that
something is not right.
Is out of exactly. Something's not right. Like what happened to Paola? Once again, warm or cool. So much better.
Yes.
So Paola, your undertone is cool.
Yay.
Therefore, you're going to be either summer or winter, depending on your level of intensity. We are already excluding spring and autumn because those two seasons have a warm undertone. Okay, Paola, so now in order to see if you belong to the winter or summer season, we need to compare a winter color and a summer color. For the winter palette, we have this emerald green. For the summer palette, we have sage green. So undertone wise, both these colors are correct because they're both cool and blue based. But we can see that this is very intense and this is very muted. Which one looks more like you? Which one is closer to your own features in terms of intensity, of course? Let's have a look. So cool and bright or cool and soft? We have the impression that this color dulls you down a bit. Okay, it's not strong enough. It's too gray. Yes, the undertone is correct, but apart from that, it looks a little bit too weak next to you. If we do cool and soft versus cool and bright, we're like, oh, I saw you went like like a little smile. This is exactly how we react when we see something that works. Okay, so yes, it is quite evident that between summer and winter, the winter color works better because it's strong enough next to the high intensity of your colors. Okay, so Paola, cool undertone, high intensity. Welcome to the winter family. Are you happy?
Very happy.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to see the black.
The black.
I'm really curious about
it. Yes, Paola uses black a lot, so she's very happy to be with.
I was terrified.
So Paola, what did we discover so far? That between warm colors and cool colors work so much better. Then with the intensity, we compared cool and soft and cool and bright. Here it is. Did you see the difference?
Absolutely.
So this would be the summer frame,
okay,
and this is the winter one. Okay, so yes, the undertone is correct in both frames, but the intensity is correct here and here. The intensity is not high enough for you. So this is why you're part of the winter palette. So Paola, now we know that you belong to the winter palette. In order to discover which one is your main chromatic feature, we need to analyze colors from winter bright, winter deep, and winter cool. Is your main chromatic feature the brightness, because your colors are very intense? Is it the depth, because your colors are quite deep? Or is it the coolness, because your undertone is very cool? let's have a look. Winter Bright, with colors that are cool, of course, but most of all, extremely intense. Fantastic. I really love this emerald green on you. Very, very nice. Lemon. I prefer emerald. As our viewers probably know already, yellows are not a big part of the winter palette. Okay. So as a winter, if you want to use lemon or yellow in general, focus on yellows that are a bit acidic or citrusy, like the lemon one, and yellows that are quite intense and clear, because otherwise this happens. Okay. Mustard. This is from the autumn palette, so this color is warm and soft, while your best colors are cool and bright. So even between yellows, you can find a yellow that works very well on you. But inside the winter colors, this is probably not one of your staple colors. Cyan, very nice. So blue-based blue, quite light still, not very deep, but most of all very intense. It's also working quite well. And then magenta. I saw your lips gain this beautiful color, okay? So, of course, your lips are not blue, they're definitely part of the pink family, and when you see this match, okay, it's absolutely lovely. So this is a color that you can consider in your makeup. Huh?
Okay, yeah. Actually, I use it.
Okay,
I like
very
it.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Winter Bright.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Lovely. Now let's have a look at Winter Deep with the darkest colors of the winter family. Okay, we start with Petroleum. Very nice.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So this is a blue-green, so it would be fair to compare Petroleum with Emerald or Cyan from Winter Bright. So if we go from Winter Bright, Winter Deep, this one is working a little bit better. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do it with the blue. So we have Winter Bright and Winter Deep. Okay, this is beautiful. It's not like these ones don't work.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference.
No. These are absolutely beautiful. This one looks that touch more special. Okay. Violet.
That's my favorite color.
Ah, I'm very, very happy. Wow, okay, Orchid. This color is pretty much magenta plus black. Okay, so it's a little bit darker, a touch less intense, but still quite rich. Okay, so we're still part of the winter palette. Beautiful colors. Do you use this Orchid much?
I
Yes,
do.
you do.
I
You
do.
I know that you do. And I'm very, very glad, because even this one is fantastic. Here it is, your favorite.
Can I keep it?
Black, of course it works. So black is a color that is cool, intense, and most of all very, very dark. It works. So feel free to use black, no problem at all. Now, we don't know if black is going to be one of your best neutrals. Okay, maybe yes, maybe not. It's a bit too early to say, but so far this is how black is working very well. So black, Orchid, Violet, and Petroleum. Look at this. This is fantastic. Okay,
These are my favorite colors.
this is absolutely beautiful. I have to say that I already have a small preference for Winter Deep compared to Winter Bright. Okay, now we have one last subgroup to analyze, which is Winter Cool, with the coolest colors of the palette and also the softest colors of the winter family. Winter Cool. Let's start with Cherry Red. Amazing!
I like it. I
love it. Look at your nail polish is absolutely perfect.
I like it. I quite like it.
Okay, this is the perfect red for you. Remember, Paola, that reds are colors that are usually perceived as warm, and most of the times reds are warm and yellow based. Not all of them though. Reds that look bluish, close to violet, like this one, are cool reds.
I really like it.
It's amazing. This is lovely, but I'd like to show you a red that is very far away from this. Okay. Why is this color far away from you because it's warm, and it's also too soft. It looks a bit dusty, a bit powdery. We call this color paprika red because it reminds us of that paprika powder. Okay, so this powdery effect doesn't work on winters. Okay, so when we go from paprika to cherry,
Yes. Yeah.
so amazing, because once again, now I can be even more specific. You can look like an autumn on the surface, but you're definitely not. You're not an autumn.
That's why I was scared.
Also, another thing that I'd like to add is that this is why we don't look at people and try to guess the palette. This is not how color analysis works. You need to do a professional analysis, because Paola, like this, can look like an autumn, right? But she's definitely not. She's actually the opposite. Navy. Wow, beautiful. This is another fantastic neutral, considered neutral color from the winter palette. Do you use navy?
Yes, I do.
Very good. But you still prefer black between the two?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use not that I prefer. I use more.
You use it.
I use it more.
Okay. Let's have a look. So, black and navy. Okay. What happens, Paola? Usually winter cool people work way better with navy compared to black. You can see that navy works better. Winter deep people work better with black compared to navy, or they work pretty much in the same way. Okay. So, in your case, I can see that between black and navy, there is a difference, but I don't have a strong preference between the two, because black emphasizes your depth and your intensity that is quite high. Navy blue is almost a bit too soft for you. So when we go from black to navy, we can see that there's more light and that the undertone works better.
Yeah.
But it's almost like this light, it's a bit too grayish. Okay.
Yeah.
So the change from black to navy is affecting your intensity a little bit. So I would say that between black and navy, I have a small preference for black. Small preference for black. Doesn't mean that navy doesn't work. It's beautiful on you. So now I'm being very picky, guys, because we need to choose between two subgroups of the winter palette. So I have to be this precise. In real life, Paola, choose whatever you like between black and navy. Okay. Bye. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful. I love cobalt blue. It's a color that I use in my everyday life. But I have to say that is one of the staple colors of the winter palette. Why? Because it's very cool, it's very intense, and it's quite dark. So it has a very nice balance between the three characteristics of the winter palette. It's beautiful. And between cyan and cobalt, cyan is okay, but cobalt is better.
I prefer this, yeah.
Why? Because it's even a touch darker. And then last but not least, pine green. It's beautiful. It's part of your palette, your winter, and this is a winter color. Now we're going a bit too close to summer. Why? Because this pine green is the softest color that we analyze from the winter family. This color is telling me, don't go any softer than this. Okay. Here we are borderline too soft for you. So something is telling us, go a bit higher in intensity. Okay, this is why, for example, cobalt blue is better because it's stronger. Navy against black loses by that little touch because it's a bit softer. And cherry works amazingly because it's very intense like cobalt. Okay.
Yes.
So winter cool, very, very nice, but I still have a preference for winter deep. Now, in order to confirm, Paola, that you belong to the winter deep subgroup, we need to analyze the borderline palettes. So if you're winter bright, you're close to spring bright. If you're winter deep, you're close to autumn deep. And if you're winter cool, you're close to summer cool. Okay, so we have the 3 fans right now. So spring bright, Paola, I have to say that I struggle to see you being borderline to this palette. We can save the royal blue, for example, half this one, but the others are very far away from you, especially the yellow and the green, very far away. So let's say that we can exclude the possibility that you're winter bright.
Okay.
Let's go to autumn deep. Okay, way better.
Okay.
The main chromatic feature of these colors is the depth. They're quite dark, as you can see. Also, yes, they are part of the autumn palette, which is your opposite, technically, but they are deep enough for you. Also, colors from autumn deep are medium warm and medium low in intensity, so it's that halfway that you can still tolerate. I'm not saying that this is your color palette, you're still winter, but this autumn deep works better than spring bright.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Then from here, summer cool. You became a bit grayer with these ones. What's the problem? Why did this happen, even if the undertone is correct here? Because these colors are a bit too soft, but also they're too light, okay? So this pastel-y, okay, this, for example, the millennial pink, but even the mauve especially, and the aquamarine, too soft and light for you, okay? So even with this, you know, fan check, we can see that autumn deep is the best one. So once again, between summer cool and autumn deep is still a bit better, okay, compared to summer cool. This is a proof that your main chromatic feature is the depth, and therefore you belong to the deep subgroup of the winter palette. So you're winter deep, Paola. What do you think? Are you happy?
Very happy and
You're
surprised to also to hear that it's actually not too far from colors that I usually see as balance for me.
Yes.
and working nice on me. I'm not saying that I'm not using other colors.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
the one, usually the main feature of the most of the clothes I wear are high intensity. So,
Yeah.
and usually rather dark than
yes,
too light.
Yes, that's so true, that's so true. Now, Paola, little test with our metallic frames. Okay, I want to show
exciting.
you the best metals that are recommended for the winter palette. All winters can wear all of the metals from the winter palette, but let's say that there are the stable ones. So the stable metal for winter bright, stable for winter deep, and stable for winter cool. Let's start with winter bright. With winter bright we have platinum, which is cool and very, very intense. Okay, so platinum is a metal that you can definitely consider when it comes to your jewelry. For winter deep, which is you, we have lead. Beautiful! So it's cool, it's intense, but it's very dark. It's like black translated into a metal. Very nice. Then we have the stable metal for winter cool, steel. You see that it's bluish?
Yes.
Why? Because it's very cool. It's the coolest
Okay.
one. So this bluish component that it has flatters people who have this very, very cool undertone. So remember that as a winter, you can wear the 3 metals. So we have platinum, steel, and lead. But the one that is, you know, more recommended to winter deep people is lead. So Paola, I'm very glad that I had the chance to analyze your colors and discover your color palette today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Julia. It was really a fantastic experience, and thanks a lot.
Of course,
It was great.
You're very, very welcome. And guys, thank you for watching the video till this point, till the very end. Remember that if you're interested in discovering your own colors here in Melbourne, Australia, or online, you can visit our website, coloranalysis.au. I'm going to see you very soon on this channel with more videos. Bye bye!